Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you guys are doing well. Sorry if I stream, as something came up. I was supposed to game with my partner and then they ended up being late and whole thing, but it was totally fine. I just, we're currently a little long distance because I'm at school and they don't go to the same school. So gotta make that time when you can, but hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're staying hydrated. Hope you're drinking lots of water and have had a good day or are going to have a good day depending on your time zone. So yeah, I don't have too much to say. Today we're finishing Pitstop and Purgatory, which is really awesome, and once we finish this, instead on Thursdays I will be streaming Genshin Impact. Yes. Genshin has a grip on me. I will not be restarting for the stream, but just like streaming, whatever, you know. Been having fun with it, so. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. We got 2 new followers, as you can see in our recent follower. We don't like Messi, and we love Ronaldo Man. So thank you guys so much for the follows. Hope you guys enjoy the channel. So happy to have you here. And we're gonna get right into it. I don't think I captured my live scene on accident, so we're just gonna quickly do that. I was so focused on trying to start the stream. Good. There we are. Here we go. Jumping right in. So we have 2 routes we need to take. Right, so this is her backstory. This is one ending. There's actually 2, and that's something some people probably don't know. There's more of a secret ending. So we're gonna go the obvious one first, which is the self route, and then we're gonna go the secret one. So this is how she met
of course.
her husband. We are kind of skipping through it just because okay, it's faster if I click. We're kind of skipping through it because we've heard this twice now. Secret ending? Do I hear lore? I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah? Huh. Yeah? Huh. Huh.
Oh wait, I accidentally saved. Hang on. I just realized something. This is what we needed to do. I accidentally did the wrong button. That's my mistake. If you played Untitled Goose Game, no, I've seen several gameplays of it though. It's hilarious. I've had Desktop Goose for a while too. Okay, here we go. This is the connection, and I have to choose one, so we're just gonna think about Locke, because that was our original choice. It doesn't matter who we do.
Locke?
Again, this is all stuff we've went through before, so I'm just trying to get to the choice part. Okay, here we go. We have this part. I'm going to watch him play Fortnite. Oh, have fun. I've never been a Fortniter. Can't really get into it, but I do not judge those who play. Okay. So we're through that. I just started. Ah. Oh, I clicked stealth on accident. That's the one we wanted to do. I was like you, I thought Fortnite was cringe. Well, I don't think it's cringe. It's not for me. I have played it. It's just like, it's not my type of game, you know? What's next? Okay. Try finding the guide. This is when I'm gonna pull open the online open walkthrough, because we're gonna go through self first, and I want to make sure I'm doing this right, because we'll do the guide route later. Okay, I think we got this. So I just want to make sure I do it correctly. Yeah, this is, sorry, I'm clicking through because this is stuff we've heard before, but I have a game set up for you, Miss Braid, so this is new. Let's adjourn to your room and I'll explain everything. Don't need to look worried. So it's similar stuff, except that we just don't have someone else with us, you know? I'm saying that somehow makes me even more worried. Please, still with those juvenile questions. You can apply human rules to how I operate. Haven't you realized that by now? I suppose I'm just a slow learner. So you're going to tell me about this game now? Will it help me find out what or who the shadow is? Yes, that thing.
It's a mental projection of your dead boyfriend, which has taken a physical form to serve as a reminder as to why you're here.
Oh, cool. What? You're dropping all of that on me just like that? Sure, why not? You need to know that in order to proceed to the next part. So he's kind of like a ghost? Dang, Miss Braid, get with the program already. It's really not that hard to understand. You died and your boyfriend died, but unlike you, he actually found peace in death, so he's not in purgatory. What you're seeing is just, how to put this so that your delicate mind will properly understand.
It's a mental projection of your dead boyfriend, which has taken a physical form to serve as a reminder as to why you're here.
You just gave me the same explanation again. Oh wow, I guess there isn't an easier way to describe what he is then. No matter. You'll understand eventually. Now let's talk about the game. I don't want to play games, I want to learn the truth. And you will, by playing the game. It's a win-win situation. Why am I here? How do I get out of here? What happened to my boyfriend? What happened to me? These are but a few of the questions that will soon be answered. Seems like I, once again, don't have a choice. That's right, you don't. Stop reading my mind. So you're going to go on an good old-fashioned scavenger hunt. And everyone you've met in Purgatory are gonna help out. They are? Yes. Doesn't that just fill you with excitement? Of course, some of them had to be convinced to lend their aid. But they should be ready and willing to stand you by now. I've made sure of that. You'll visit each and every one of them and complete the task that they give you. Each task will yield a piece of the puzzle as well as an item, and once you have them all, return to me. It's that simple. What puzzle will I be getting a piece of exactly? You'll see. Alright. I'll go get started then. No more follow-up questions. Would you answer them if I had any? Probably not. That's what I thought. Your first stop is the shadow who always smiles. Oh, and one final thing. Should you find any of the tasks too challenging, I may be able to dispense a hint or two for you. If you ask very nicely, that is. Noted. Good luck, Miss Braid. Alright, let's just make sure this is correct. Okay. The secret one is like, I have to do very, very specific things. So we're gonna follow that one to a T later. But for now, we're just gonna go through the usual stuff. So we have to go to Smiley. Astrid! Thank everything that you're here. What's going on, Smiley? That dang bastard. He put us all in the box. The what? Yeah, that's what he calls it. How do I explain the feeling? It's like getting your consciousness ripped out of your body and placed in a small, tight space. You're basically just existing in a small box, powerless to do anything. I've been stuck there since this whole thing began, and once you finish my task, I'll be sent there again until you're all done. That's terrible. Why would he do that? To control us, to torture us, maybe just to laugh at us. Who knows why he does things? I'm so sorry for dragging all of you into this. It's not your fault, Astrid. Once he decides to do something, it's just gonna happen that way. There's nothing anyone can do. I'll finish this as quickly as I can. I promise. That's great to hear. Hey look, you saying that even made my smile come back. There you go. Now you ready for the first task? Lay it on me. Then you must solve this riddle. I'm a circle round and round, 4 of me on the wall can be found. What letter am I? Ouroboros. Ouroboros. Is it 4? 4 O's? Yes! I knew you'd figured it out. Here's your reward. Green coin. It's just a coin that happens to be green. It almost looks edible somehow. Next on the list is Ezerbeth. You should... Smiley? He's gone. Well done on completing the first task, Miss Braid. Where's that voice coming from? Oh, right. In your head. And I do mean literally inside your head. What? Oh boy, this sure is an interesting place. Get out of there. No. I have to roost here temporarily in order to transfer this information. Information? Yes. Please enjoy a small piece of the puzzle. Huh? Ooh. What the? Where am I? I'm in someone else's body again. A memory? It hurts so much. Why didn't I listen to Mom? She's bleeding from her hand. Okay. So this is something we've seen in other versions.
Of course. Mm-hmm. Huh. And? Huh. 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 Huh.
Sure.
Okay. Voluminous. So you're the shadow. Or at least it's supposed to look like you, I guess. It's like seeing scenes from a movie I didn't star in, even though this one I actually did. We really seem to hit it off, too. I wish I could remember more of him. I need to hurry. Ezerbeth is next. So I hope I get to see more memory scenes on Ezerbeth? Astrid. That's me, I guess. Yes. I don't really want to talk to you, so I'll just solve this dumb crap and get away from me. Sorry for... Shut it. I am eternal, your final breath. The clock does show the time of your death. What number am I? 6? The clock says 6. Yay. Now take this dang thing. Receive the U-shaped thingy. What? Great, another strange thing with no obvious use. So what should I do next? The weirdo in the corner. Ezereth? Gone, just like that. The second task is complete, Miss Braid. It's time for another small piece of the puzzle. Right. I'm here again. The guy said that my room in Purgatory was designed with the preferences in mind, but I'm only now realizing that it's actually the exact same place as the one I lived in. It's him. Different memory! Oh my gosh. Astrid, you know I had my reservations about moving in together, as your apartment's quite modest. Hey, not everyone comes from a rich family. It was either this or living with your parents' constant disapproval. Which is why, if you have to let me finish, you'd hear me say that I'm very happy about how all of this worked out for us. Sorry. I guess I'm just used to people being disappointed in my ideas. I find myself being constantly pleased by them, and my parents' inability to see the passion you have for your dream is their loss entirely. That is to say, yes? The most astounding girl I've ever met. Wow, and that's coming from an actual doctor, too. A real hero. That's how you know it's true. And better yet, I feel like my big break is coming soon. That new movie about the darkly clad girls fighting evil? Gothic goth girls, yes. I've been getting into character ever since I went on my first audition for it. Really? How so? Haven't you noticed my skeletal hairpin? The one you always wear? Yes. It's a gothic accessory, hello? I just assumed that to be a normal hairpin. No way. I'd never wear something like this usually. It's 100% a character thing. I mean, what if I died and I'd be stuck wearing this forever? Oh, so when we die, we look the same forever? That's a thought. Of course, that's what it's like in the movies after all. And movies are always right. I'm not so sure about that. Anyway, would you like some dinner? Can we have pasta? What? I'm craving it. Just go ahead and say it. Say what? You know you want to. Alright. I can't hold it anymore. Pasta man. There you go. Still a bit offensive though. Sorry. Here's something hopefully less offensive. I love you. She dropped the elbow.
I love you too.
Aww. We seem so happy. What happened between us? Should talk to Rahil next. Rahil? Nipperkin? Are you alright? I wish I could say that I am, but that awful place, I'd rather not talk about it. That dirty beau, I'm so sorry. I do not blame you, Nipperkin, and I'll be fine. Instead, focus now on the wordplay I will present to you, so that this unfortunate situation can become nothing more than a Banbury story. How sweet it really was. They big dropped the L-bomb, or they both dropped the L-bomb. Yes. Right. I am night. I am one with the dark. I am the tunnel into which you must embark. What color am I? It's not it. Try again. What? What is it? I am. Oh, well, sorry, I was thinking going into the light, but it's literally talking about the dark. It's probably black, right? Sorry, I was thinking about the tunnel and how at the end of the other ones, it's like literally like the light at the end of the tunnel. Anyway, I need to figure out Nipperkin. Now please take this. Receive the elusive book. It's a book with an interesting cover, however, all the pages seem to be empty. Any idea of what I should use this for? Unfortunately, no. I see. Now proceed to the one who always drinks for your last challenge, and hopefully then things will become clear.
I believe in you, Nipperkin.
Oh, thank you. Rahel. Rahel? No. 3 tasks complete, Miss Braid. Your progress is quite simply astonishing. You've earned another small piece of the puzzle. Yes. I'm actually sort of getting used to this. Astrid, what's this about unpaid bills? Lay off. They always send a reminder before anything actually happens. But this is a reminder. Actually, it's the 3rd one. I'll handle it. Don't worry. It's just, I said I'd handle it, alright? I'm in the middle of prepping for a really hard scene, so I'll pay the bills when I get home from shooting it. Using my money. What? Sorry, I didn't mean that. So that's why you whispered it, because you didn't mean it. I was under the impression that we shared money. It's a bit hard to share when only one of us ever has any. That's a low blow. Sorry, it's just money's tight right now. I haven't been getting that many shifts lately, and that movie viewer seems to never finish wrapping. It's an artistic piece. It takes time to get right. And I understand that, and I want to be supportive, but what? I'm just asking you not to neglect our home and us. So I'm neglecting you now?
I'll go for a walk.
Dinner's in the fridge. You can heat it up whenever you finish reversing your scene. I'm sorry, Val. Please don't go. Dang it. Maybe I should... No. Things will turn around soon. And then I'll shower him with gifts. He'll see. Everything will turn out fine, just as long as this movie gets made. I don't remember any of this. And it's really hard to look at, but I have to keep going. Locke's next. That should be the last stop, right? Locke? Huh? Are you there? When I get my hands on that, I'll be punching him all the way to the end of that tunnel. I'd love to see that. I've got something for you, and I hope you'll sort it out quickly, because that place sure ain't pleasant. I'll do my best. Rubbing a lamp might yield 3, but you should be happy to get even 1 of me. What am I? It's a wish. That's right, lady. You know who wanted you to have this. Received the last breakfast. It's a painting of cute animals eating some food together. Yes, you read that right. These things just keep getting stranger. I bet. Locke, I have to go now, but this will soon be over, alright? Just one thing.
Tell that bastard if he...
Locke? Not again. All tasks are done, Miss Braid. This is why you're my favorite. Whatever I put you through, you always succeed with flying colors. His favorite? And now, another small piece of the puzzle. Things are sure heating up, aren't they? I'm ready. Okay. Showtime once again.
Look back on our life together. All the things we've shared. You're saying you want to throw it all away?
For what, acting? You can't keep being this selfish. The choices you make affect us both. This is the moment that I saw before. Are you gonna tell me about being selfish? You're never home. You know why I'm never home. I don't have a choice. I'm helping people and I'm supporting us. You just love playing the hero, don't you? I help people too, you know. After GGG premiered, that one reviewer wrote that it changed his life. That's called inspiring people. When was the last time you did something like that? He was being sarcastic. No one actually likes those exploitative and demanding B-movies. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to imply that your work is... it's so hard, Astrid.
We're not listening to each other.
Right, you know what? We're both clearly very tired. Leave the car for repairs tomorrow morning and we'll drive together to your parents. And after that, we'll figure things out. How does that sound? Alright. I'll get the car fixed. I won't forget. I promise. Good. We'll get through this one way or another. Do you really think so? Yes, I do.
I'm the pasta man, after all.
What does that have to do with anything? Nothing, but it always seems to make you happy. That's true. I'm starting to remember, but no, I should get back to the guide. Miss Braid, back from the gauntlet. You've done so well and learned so much. I have. I did every single step to Did every single step have to be a riddle, by the way? I hate riddles. I know you do. Why do you think I designed the game that way? But don't worry, your quest is over now. After one last riddle. Seriously? Yes. But first take this. Received a toy car. It's very cute and also red. That's messed up. Thanks? Don't mention it. Now be sure to take your time because answering this last conundrum correctly will lead you to the true grand prize. Bring it on. Look at your items, see them form a name. This is the reason, this is your shame. What emotion am I? Guilt. And to no one's surprise, Miss Braid hits a home run. I'm done. You are. And now you'll get to witness something that no human has ever seen before. Your very own death. Enjoy. Wait, I can't see anything. Oh yes, we've decided not to show all the gruesome imagery for trauma for prevention reasons and all. So audio will have to suffice. Now shush. Is that a car? Is she? Am I driving? Alright, Astrid, take a right at the next exit. I know the way, Vol. It's my parents' home, remember? Of course, I just wanted to help. You're coming in awfully fast there. What the? The brakes! What about them? The brakes aren't working. What? But the repairs. I forgot. I'm so sorry. Astrid, why didn't you get it done? Why do you always... It's no use. You have to make this turn or there's a huge light ahead and we're gonna crash into it. No! It's blinding me. I can't see anything. We're going to die and it's all my fault. I'm so sorry. I love you. I'm so sorry. I love you, I love you, I love you. We've got a high velocity car crash on the interstate. 2 people deceased. 1 deceased, 1 gravely injured. We're bringing the injured woman in right now. Coming in hot, immediate medical condition needed. Over and out. And there you go.
I did it. I got us killed.
Yes, that's right. Well, indirectly, but still. Hence the guilt thing. As you may remember, if you arrive here, it's because you have something to make peace with. More often than not, it's a complex emotion. Of course, it's a lot easier to start the process of acceptance if you actually remember your whole life. But then again, kickstarting the memory bank of humans usually makes for a fun little side activity here in boring old Purgatory. For me, that is. Leave me alone. What's that? I said, leave me alone. Fine. Come meet me outside when you're ready to leave. You're kicking me out just like that? Of course. I mean, you may be one of the most entertaining guests we've ever had, but your time is up.
Aww.
It's always sad to say farewell to a favorite, but I must be strong. But I'm just a mess right now. I've not made peace with this at all. Was all of that a lie too? Or are you just going to send me through that tunnel with no closure at all? Closure, huh? You're right. I believe you actually do need another push in the right direction.
Now, don't ever tell me that I can't be nice.
See you soon, Miss Braid. I wonder what he meant by that. Astrid. That voice. It can't be. Astrid. It's coming from outside the window? Where am I? Is anyone here? Astrid. Yes?
Excuse me. I'm looking for a beautiful movie star. Have you seen someone who matches that description?
Is it me? Honestly, who else?
Val!
It's really you. I can't believe it. I'm so sorry. I forgot about you, and then I heard what happened, and I'm so sorry for getting us killed. I should have gotten the darn car fixed, but I don't know why. It's because you're human. Humans forget things. However, before we continue talking, you should know I'm not really the human Voluminous. I'm only your memory of him. Oh.
Yeah?
However, as far as illusions go, I'm quite advanced. As such, I should be able to predict fairly accurately what he would say based on what you say. Do you follow? I think so. So, do you have anything you'd like to ask me? Well, the guide said you managed to find peace in death, and that's why you're not in purgatory. How can you be at peace after what I did? You died so young, and you worked so hard to support us when I was out following my dreams. I feel so guilty, Val. And looking at you now is so hard, because I miss you so darn much. The reason why is simple. It's because I don't have any regrets. Sure, our economy wasn't exactly through the roof, but we made do, right? And I always knew that your dreams were part of the deal when we started dating. Sometimes it was frustrating, yes, but I never once regretted being with you. It's true. That's true even of the way my life ended. I see. This is sweet. It is really sweet. I remember your final words. You said, "I love you." We were both about to lose our lives, and that's what you said while I was panicking and screaming. That might seem strange, but don't you recall? When things went bad, I always tried to keep my cool. So in my final moments, I closed my eyes and kept repeating that, because it made things easier. Man, I really didn't deserve you, did I? Of course you did. Please don't say ridiculous things like that. I need you to understand that it's all right to rid yourself of the guilt. You have to move on.
You don't belong here.
Thank you for saying that. Another thing.
Yeah?
Yes? Where are you now? That's a difficult question that I unfortunately can't answer with absolute certainty. But I do know that wherever the real me is, he's doing just fine. Is there a chance? Yes?
Is there a chance that you're waiting for me? At the end of that tunnel? Will I ever meet you again?
Is that what you want? To meet me again?
Of course. More than anything, I never got to give you what you deserve. I had it all figured out. The movie was gonna be a big hit, and then I'd buy us a trip to Italy, and you could show me all the great places to eat. And now that will never happen. Astrid, you do know that I never actually went to Italy, right? I wouldn't know where to find anything. There's a will, there's a way. Pasta man. Alright, that time it was clearly offensive. Let me have this. Just this once. Fine. You're exactly like him. As I should be. Did you know that you were the only man I ever loved? He never told me that. I figured I'd have time to do it eventually, but hey. Why do people die? Questions like that are a bit outside my expertise. Unless you're talking biologically. I know the biological part of it. I'm trying to be philosophical. I forgot there was never your strong suit. Got that right. Guess we die because we do. What kind of answer is that? There's nothing I can say that hasn't already been said in hundreds, maybe thousands of TV shows and movies. In that department, you're the expert. So maybe one of those explanations will do. Amazingly, I don't think movies are the answers this time. That'd be a first for you. Shut it.
I still love you.
I know. Huh.
Did you have any other questions? Just one more. Could you hold me for a while? Of course.
I wish I could say that I, like you, have no regrets. Leaving my guilt behind, it feels like an impossible challenge. But when I look into those eyes that I fell in love with, that day you came knocking on the door, entering my life. If it's you saying it, then maybe, just maybe, I can. And in this moment with you, I think I may just be at peace.
I'm back in my room. Guess the only thing that remains is to, well, leave. Final look around. Done. Bye-bye, earthly and afterlifely possessions. Where I'm going, I suppose I won't need you. Maybe I'll just keep one of those books in case I ever get time to read on my journey through the tunnel. I don't think I've actually read this one before. The Tragedy of What Could Have Been, biography of Astrid Braid. What the? Someone wrote a biography about me? Based on my performance in Gothic Goth Girls? Hot dang, I always knew I'd make it. Too bad I had to die first, though. Anyway, I'm definitely bringing this one. Time to go. Aw, yeah, it was really nice. That made me tear up just a little bit, to be honest. Welcome. I trust everything's in order, so you may finally leave. Guess I won't be needing any luggage, so... Absolutely right, Miss Braid. Oh, I almost forgot. I had prepared some well-chosen words of farewell, but unfortunately I find myself too tired to read them. So I shall instead leave you with this. We'll meet again. Enjoy the trip. Toodles. Wait. You stepped all over my majestic exit. Sorry, but... You're a butt guide. The things you do to people here are inexcusable, but letting me meet him one last time, that was really nice. Wasn't it, though? I'm not a bad guy, I'm just very bored, you know. And unfortunately, my idea of fun hasn't really caught on among you humans quite yet. And again, having room for improvement is a good thing, so I'll take it. Maybe there's hope for you after all. Hope. Now there's something. Miss Braid, I'm actually gonna miss you. And I'm not even saying that sarcastically. Now then, to reiterate. Toodles. So I guess this is it. I'm about to dare the unknown once again. I wonder how long the walk will be. I can't even see the other side from here. Guess I'd better get started. You never actually answered me, you know. I asked if we'd ever meet again. Oh, right.
So, will we?
If that's what you truly want, I think there might be a chance.
That's all I needed to hear. What is it, my love? Oh my gosh. Stop! That's what my partner calls me too. Shut up.
It's just... I think I can see... the light.
Yo, achievement, the yang to my yin. Yes, this is the secret ending, the guide's route, because we completed all the other endings. Ooh. That was my favorite ending so far. That was so sweet. Okay, I'm just gonna check the walkthrough really fast. So we're gonna have to click the solo route again. The stream might go over my hour long, but that's okay. I want to finish this. Oh. Every fiber of my being is telling me this is not a good idea. Yet, if there's anyone who can truly help me, who else but him? Alright, let's give it a try. I'm sure everything will turn out fine. Nothing. Should have expected as much. Guess I'll...
Nerves of steel as per usual, Miss Braid.
I didn't expect you to just pop in like that. Really? How exactly were you expecting me to appear? By means of knocking on the door, like some filthy common non-deity. Deity? Now, don't overthink that. Instead, would you mind telling me why you've once again chosen to take up my time? I need more information. The nerve. I seem to recall having given you more than enough to go on, and in so little time, too. You're being impatient, grasping at straws, craving rewards that you have yet to earn. And yet, well, I love it. Desperation. There's so much fun to be had with that. I don't understand.
Aww.
Being all-knowing can be a curse, you know. Leaves so little, if any, room for surprise. And without that, monotony quickly sets in, and humans are fortunately quite predictable. They'll form the little friendships, still clinging to their souls, and with time, well, they leave. Their purpose in Purgatory fulfilled, I say farewell, and then the cycle starts anew. However, desperation changes things. I read you like an open book, Miss Braid. You've tried everything, you've followed your heart, you've chosen wisely, greedily, you've pursued every possible option.
And now you're back again. Back for more.
He's talking to us, and that's really cool. Is there anything you won't do? What are you talking about? I mean, it feels like I haven't made a single choice of my own since getting here. Of course you haven't. Let's start over. You've made friends here, yet you think of me and not them. Don't flatter yourself. I'm wrong, then? Just help me get out of here. Tell me what I need to know. If you're truly a guide like you say you are, then just do your job and quit playing games with me. You said yourself you're all-knowing, aren't you? So help me.
Aww.
Oh dear.
I am not a guide. I am the guide.
And you're even further gone than I had anticipated. Very well. You've convinced me. Just like that? Absolutely. Now, close your eyes for a moment. Why? Indulge me, please. Unless, of course, you have no further need of my assistance. Dang it. Once again, he has complete control. He's just standing there, reading my mind again, I bet. Fine, I'm closing my eyes. Good girl. Oh. Very good indeed. Creatures that kissed in cold mirrors, the guide route. Ooh. Welcome back, Miss Braid. Huh? What happened? You closed your eyes for a moment and now we're here. But we're still in my room. Yes. So why'd I have to close my eyes? To make the transition more dramatic, of course. You... Calm down, Miss Braid. I'm just having some fun. Do I look like I'm in the mood for fun?
Aww.
I'm not sure. Human facial expressions are something of a blind spot for me, unfortunately. After all, are you able to perfectly determine whether a common ant looks angry, sad, or otherwise unaffected? Such is the challenge I face when attempting to analyze the cluster of shapes that is the human face. Poor you. At any rate, let's move on, shall we? Yes, please. We're gonna play a game. Okay, so this is the scavenger hunt stuff again. There's very specific things that we need to say to people, though. Whoa, he's just giving us this stuff. What am I supposed to do with all this junk? These earthly objects have been designed especially to fit those you've encountered here. When a person experiences exceedingly strong feelings of pure distress, these items will display their hidden potential. You will make sure that the feelings in question emerge. So I have to, like, upset people? How? I'm supposed to prod everyone until they become angry or sad enough? Even if I wanted to, which I definitely don't, I have no idea how to pull that off. You're going to use your skill set, of course. You're going to act. Your journey is finally coming full circle. You'd be surprised to learn how easily swayed humans are when you say the right things in the right way. But then again, why am I telling you that? You're the professional. You want me to manipulate them. You're asking me to be like you. Feel free to rationalize it any way you like. But use whatever means necessary. Put on that characteristic Astrid charm. Talk to them. Ask things. And when their innermost feelings are exposed, you use the proper item. What will happen then? The item will work its magic. Meaning what? Come now, Miss Braid, you already know more enough to complete this task. Job, mission, game. Will I somehow hurt them by doing this? I'll put it plainly. Any potential distress you may cause of your acquaintances won't affect the ultimate outcome of their stay here in Purgatory. That's an extremely ominous answer. And not very plain one either. It will have to do. What if I refuse? Backing down, are we? How disappointing. That's within your right, of course. But as I'm sure you would understand, there will be no reward if you decide to do so. Use that desperation, Miss Braid, and you'll be out of here in no time. That's a gentleman's promise. This feels wrong. I don't want to involve others in this, especially if it means doing it for his entertainment. But then again, what choice do I have at this point? He did say the things I have to do won't affect the ultimate outcome, although I'm not exactly sure what that means. So do we have a deal? A quick game to earn a prize? Alright, I'll do it. Splendid. Chin up. You have to be convincing to come through after all. Get these fools to spill their guts. Although not literally. They've done that already, if you catch my drift. Because they're all dead. Yes. Dang, I really am getting predictable. Anyway, I'll be here monitoring your process. When all this is done, you'll get your reward. Then I'll be free to leave, right? Right? Good luck, Miss Braid. Dang it. This is absolutely terrible, but I guess I'd better get started. Okay, we're gonna follow this guide very closely because I want to do this correctly. It doesn't matter who I talk to first, but we're gonna just go with it. Okay. Talk with Smiley first. It's Astrid. The one and only. Need my infectious positivity for something? Well, yeah, I think. Could I ask you some questions? Go for it. So, we have to do... Was there ever a time when you didn't always smile? This might shock you, but I actually didn't smile all that much when I was alive. Gasp. Indeed. Let's keep following this thread. Real life. It was sad for you. It wasn't all bad. Well, don't you have any other questions I can answer? Time to act. You're hiding something. I'm sure it's not that bad. What do you really know about me? Life was tough, yes. There was no money, no work. We all just tried to get by. I had to do bad things to survive. Ever since childhood. I understand. But you're here now, so you have the chance to make peace with whatever you did, right? After all, that's why Purgatory exists. So I'm told. It's impossible. I wouldn't know where to even begin. As a kid, they taught me how to counterfeit money, and I got so many people in trouble just for doing that. And then came all the other things, and I guess I keep going back to what I do best, tricking people. Because I know it for sure when I look at him, there won't ever be any peace for someone like me. Smiley, what's he talking about? Dang it. Let's try this. The item is reacting. What's going on? I feel so Astrid, did you... Smiley? I'm fine. I'm a bit tired, but fine. Really? What about all the things you just told me? What things? Well, you know, life being sad. Sad? You must have confused me with my twin brother, Frowny. I always smile, you know that. I do know that. Something's seriously off about this, but at least he looks alright. I should move on. See you later, Smiley. Smiling, smiling, always smiling. What the heck? Okay, we're gonna go to Ezerbeth now. Just when I thought my day couldn't get any worse. I'm that horrible to talk to? Yes. What do you want? Actually, I have some questions for you. And you're expecting me to answer them because if you do, I'll leave you alone forever. Hit me. Okay. This one is, could you share a memory from when you were alive? Sure, that's easy. Great. What is it? It was a glorious time. I call it the pre-bullcrap period. Is this gonna be a joke about how everything was better before you started talking to me? Joke? I walked right into that one, didn't I? Yes. You really hate me that much? That's right. But don't take it personally, I hate everyone. Where does that hate come from? Huh? You just said you hate everyone. That's a lot of hate to carry around. I'm not carrying anything. This is the way I am. Everyone else gets to be themselves, so why can't I? You could, of course. It's just... what now? Seems heavy. It's not something you physically lift. The kind of heaviness you carry in your head is the one that weighs the most. You read that on the back of a milk carton or something? Besides, all my life I've just wanted to be left alone. And they just wouldn't let me, so they can all go to heck. Which is where we are right now, probably. Somehow I'm here and they're not. The item's reacting. What the... Ezerbeth, are you alright? Hey, you. Here it comes. Astrid, right? It's nice to see you again. I've been lost in bad thoughts, but I'm all clean now. All clean, no shame. All clean and no shame. What? All clean, no shame. All clean and no shame. There's something strange going on here, but at least she looks fine. Thanks for your help, Ezerbeth. All clean, no shame. All clean and no shame. Okay, Rahil. I don't want to see Rahil do this. So we're starting the same text with everyone. Nipperkin. Hi, Rahil. Since you've had a Brown study, there are many questions lurking behind your smile today. That's true. My orbs are seldom wrong. How can I help you? I'd just like to ask you a few things, if that's alright. Of course. I'm here for you. Could you share a memory from when you were alive? This is an unexpected question, Nipperkin. Do you mind? Not at all. I'll gladly tell you about my days among the chirping merry. Ooh, I accidentally opened Genshin. Ooh. Sorry. I'll gladly hear a memory then. But there's just so much to choose from, Nipperkin. How about a memory of something rough? Looks like she's concentrating. We're kissing. They catch us together. Underneath the waterfall, inside a cave. Heresy, they shout. Loud, like explosions. She pushes me away. She says that I forced her, that I used witchcraft to create confusion in her mind. I cry and deny it, but they still drag me away. They get ready to punish me in the name of God. One of the men recognizes me as my father's daughter. He is called in and pays them with heaps of balsam. He screams at me until his face turns fiery red. In my head, I repeat the same words over and over. Why, God, why?
Don't you love us all equally?
Let's try this. Venom's reacting.
Aww.
Nipperkin? What's happening? Royal? I believe in... What are you trying to say? I believe in myself. There is no God. Only me, only magic, only this. What did you just say? You don't believe in God, but you. Only me, only magic, only this. Hello? Only me, only magic, only this. Did I break her? No, no, no. I have to talk to the guide right away. Or I'll just stay put, alright? Only me, only magic, only this. Okay, we're gonna go to... We have to go to Locke first, before we talk to the guide. Locke. Hey lady, I need your help with something if you're up for it. I guess I could take a short break from doing, well, nothing. What do you need? I have a bunch of questions, actually. I was hoping you could answer them. Sounds like a drag. Besides, I'm not much of a talker. You know that. Please? Alright, but I'm begging you, please make it quick. No promises. Memory from when you were alive. Why? Curious. I don't get how me sharing that will help you. But you helped me out before, so I'll return the favor, even if it doesn't make sense to me. I really appreciate that. Did you have anything special in mind? Memory-wise? Oh shoot, it should have been nice to see you at the bar. Let me ask you something else. It's nice to see you out of the bar. I'm happy we can go back and do that. They say fresh air does you good. Whatever else it is we're breathing in here. Then we're doing... You want a drink right now, don't you? Always. You're a heavy drinker in life too? It's a bit personal, don't you think? Still, you're looking happy about it, asking questions like that. Why? Sorry, it's just I like getting to know you better. That's all there is to it, huh? Right, I'll play along. No, I didn't drink in real life much. Became a pathetic shell of a man when I got here. Not instantly, but over time. Happy? No, I'm so darn tired talking about this. Having to defend myself and my choices. Couldn't spend my life the way I wanted to, and now you're telling me that death is the same? I didn't say that. You think I like being this way? Thinking back to us acting around the table, eating together? The way... What the... Lady, what... Did you... Locke? I can't... I don't... I want... You want what? Don't... I don't want to drink. I don't need it. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you otherwise, but... Staying sober, staying healthy, staying myself. Alright? Staying sober, staying healthy, staying myself. Locke. Staying sober, staying healthy, staying myself. This change in personality is just a bit too sudden. It must have something to do with the book. Should ask the guide about it. Locke, you're alright, aren't you? Staying sober, staying healthy, staying myself. You do that. My dear assistant returns. Don't call me that. Okay. 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 Promise I'm not hurting anyone. Honestly, they are my friends. Whatever you say, my previous answer still stands. What you do won't affect the ultimate outcome of things. That's what you wanted to hear, isn't it? Well, enough's enough. Now get out of here and make me proud. Not doing anything for you. Of course you aren't. There's something about what he's saying. Am I? No. Don't even go there, Astrid. Talk to Smiley. So you did. Seems different now. No more smiles. Actually, I think he might be smiling even more now, if that makes any sense. Then what's the issue? After using the item, he forgot what we were talking about just moments earlier. What a relief. Green with envy, he led his life pursuing riches at any cost. I'm not following. You've done well, Miss Braid. I'll hold on to the item for now, but you have more things to do. Don't waste your, and more importantly, my time. As always, he's obviously hiding something. But it's true, Smile still looks happy. So whatever I did can't have had made things worse, right? Talked to Ezerbeth, so you did. Something's off about her. Giving you a harder time than usual, is she? Well, no. She's being nice. Although a bit repetitive. And that isn't to your liking. After I used that U-shaped thing, she stopped being so mean to me. Wonderful. Bent out of shape, her way of handling difficulty, constantly forced into her corner she had to escape. A destructive cycle in the most classic sense. What do you mean? No matter. Hand over that item, would you kindly? You're hiding information from me. I won't give you anything until you tell me what I want to know. Where did the item go? Things will happen the way I wish them to, in one way or another. Stay focused, Miss Braid, otherwise my streak of generosity might come to an early end. I don't exactly miss Ezerbeth's bad attitude, but it's like she isn't herself anymore. What could it all mean? Talked to Rahil, so you did. Thinks I did something to her. Really? What possible harm could you have done, Miss Braid? She said she doesn't believe in God. But she's always done that, right? Jackpot. Did I use that phrase wrong? Isn't that supposed to be a human exclamation of victory and or general joy? If that's what you were going for, then yes, you used it correctly. Well then, jackpot. Like a book, her life was full of words, at least in theory. Only this particular tome was kept hidden from most, and its pages remained empty due to the author's spiritual duality. I do believe you've managed to fill that old thing up. The book? Yes, you solved the dilemma, Miss Braid. You're a bona fide heroine. No more will poor Miss Amethyst have to choose between her silly wizardry and even sillier piety. Though she might need a few decades to adjust. So wait, you made me do this to her. You tricked me. I did not. I've told you several times that what you do won't affect the ultimate outcome of things. She would eventually have to solve the inner dispute one way or another. You just accelerated the process. Besides, I was not the one who used the item. You. Now hand over the book. She was my friend. You made me change her. It might not seem that way from to your naive eyes, but you did her a favor. But I did it without consent. Sometimes humans don't know what's best for them. And you do. Yes. You still have more to do, Miss Braid. I suggest you get to it. I talked to Locke. So you did. I think I changed him. For the better, no doubt, seeing as there's certainly a lot to improve in that one. He's apparently stopped drinking just like that. And you believe that to be the truth? He seems very fixated. I don't think it's a lie. That's a flawless victory for Miss Braid. Look at you improving Purgatory's denizens? One at a time. Though you don't seem very excited at the prospect of potentially healthier Mr. Moon. Why, I didn't exactly like seeing him constantly depressed, but drinking was his choice, wasn't it? As much of a choice as chemical dependency can be, yes. I don't want to force anyone out of anything, even if it leads to something positive. There's just no pleasing you, is there? Poor Mr. Moon, visualizing himself back in simpler times, depicted in the world of a painting. How he tortured himself constantly, thinking of what could have been if he only got to return one final time. The last breakfast. Indeed. Doesn't it feel good, Miss Braid? Saving others while also saving yourself. It's but a taste of my world. You're telling me that's what you believe you're doing here? Saving people? You've said it yourself, many times in fact, that you don't care about humans. You're just here for fun, aren't you? Torturing us like this. Lies. While I do admittedly say similar things, I've never outright stated that my being here is of null and void worth. My job might bore me more than I'd like, but I do not confuse that with my sense of purpose. You know nothing, Miss Braid. And please remember, we did something good for your friend today, didn't we? Are you honestly implying that doesn't count one bit? I don't understand. Make me understand. In due time. For now, allow me to repossess the item. What now? Nothing. It's no use. You'll just keep sending me off to do things without telling me why. For all I know, I'm helping you destroy the world. Excuse me, what I meant to say was, no need to worry about the world. Now, was there anything else you wanted to report? Otherwise, return to me once you've talked to everyone. Fine. I can only guess what's really going on. It's frustrating, but the only way is forward. I've talked to everyone, I'm done. So it would seem. What happens now? Let me set the mood a bit. Better. What did you do? Change the music. Excuse me? Keep forgetting you can't actually hear that. Moving on. Outstanding work, Miss Braid. As always, I should add. As always? This is the first and hopefully the last time I'm helping you? Right, about that. In reality, this is the 4th time you're assisting me. Mileage may vary. What do you mean? Well, you've aided both Miss Amethyst and Mr. Moon in leaving Purgatory, and you've discovered the truth about I still don't know how to say his last name. Who, by the way, is your dead boyfriend, and you've been seeing a mental projection of the form of that black shadow in your room. Just filling you in, since you unfortunately forget your accomplishments each time you manage to leave. If you hear loud music in the background, it's because my sweet mate just plays music at top volume while she showers for some reason. Wait, what? I'll just allow you a moment of obligatory human reacting to shocking revelations time. Time's up. You just expect me to buy all that? You've bought a lot of other things so far, haven't you? At this point, a few more surprises shouldn't make much of a difference. I need to lie down. No, you don't. You're dead. Everything you feel that you have to do is just imaginary. Besides, we have much more important things to discuss, so why not simply listen to me for a while? That's the only thing I've been doing since coming here. My, that's not entirely fair now, is it?
You chose me. Remember?
I did. What? I knew you would eventually. I felt the potential ever since you first arrived. But I also knew that it would take some time for you to awaken to the prospect. 3 cycles spent in Purgatory, and you picked different outcomes each time, until finally you realized it's me you want. What? You? You could have stopped coming back, you know. Most people probably would, feeling that once is enough, while others desperately, although understandably, need to get their money's worth. Are we talking about money now? mainly in the metaphorical sense, Miss Braid. It was frustrating to wait for you, I must admit, but I knew that you would be worth it. Someone like you only comes along every so often. What's so special about me? You've been unpleasant, misleading, and anything but helpful since day one. I don't really feel like I've been treated in a way that matches what you seem to think of me. Necessary evils. There's a depth to you. You don't simply exist in a vacuum. You're exploring, making choices, almost as if someone is living vicariously through you. Most people who come here just assimilate. They lack the hunger and motivation to get things done. They're little more than ghosts for people like you and me to interact with at our leisure. Friends, you call them. Spend another 100 cycles here and you'll realize that every time they'll say and do the same thing. Someone, something characterized simply by lethargy can never be a friend. But not you, Miss Braid. You're different, and you always have been. But I had to know how far you were willing to go. I had to be sure. Luckily, I was right all along, as is usually the case if you'll excuse my bragging. That's a lot of words, and honestly, I don't understand most of it. But you said I've left here before? At least thrice. I keep coming back. Yes. Now why is that, do you think? I don't know.
It's because you belong in Purgatory with me.
No. You make me sick, guide. There's no way I'd return here just for you. Besides, you must be lying because everyone else is still here. You said that both Rahel and Locke left. Oh yes, it's a bit shameful to admit, but I've been using everyone you've met here for this specific purpose. I never lied. As you know, Purgatory is a place where you're given a chance to make peace with how you've died and then ultimately leave. However, there are those who are hopelessly lost here, so I took the liberty of using their extended tenure for a greater purpose. But don't worry, you've set them free now. So once we're finished here, they may truly leave. Well done, Miss Braid. But what about the time I spent with them in these different cycles? If I helped them get out of here, I must have grown close to them. Unnervingly close, in fact. Possibly even enough to make some deities slightly jealous. So none of that mattered? Of course it did. Everything you've done so far has led to this moment. And in a world such as this, with millions upon millions of outcomes taking place at the same time, the one you choose to believe is real. None of it happened, but also everything happened. Choose. There it is again. You keep saying that I have choices, but since coming here I haven't made a single one. But you have so many times. Seems I'm not entirely getting through to you, Miss Braid. Perhaps a change of scenery is in order. Wait, hold on. Oh. Are we on a date with the guy? Okay. Where are we? Somewhere far away. We're not in Purgatory anymore? Correct. Where elsewhere? I sometimes come here to meet someone, but that vile creature isn't here right now, so we won't be interrupted. Wonder who he's talking about. But there wasn't anyone else in my room either, so I changed the location. When you just recently arrived, you talked to me in Ouroboros. I told you that at any given time I can see millions of humans. That was not an exaggeration. Luckily, thanks to my transcendental abilities, I can manage all that information as part of my occupation. But unfortunately, it can get a bit tiring on occasion. Here, however, there's nothing. Only you and me. An environment fit for a proper heart-to-heart. That's not very reassuring. Come now. Still pretending that you're something you're not. I know that this is exactly where you want to be. You don't know anything about me. Wrong. I know everything about you. That's even worse. I don't believe you. Can't believe you're making me do this.
I'll prove that I know you.
I know that ever since coming here, you haven't stopped trying to do your best. You've aided people purely based on the goodness of your heart. To be fair, you had things to gain yourself on occasion, but your compassion never ceased to prevail. Even now, at the end of all things, with your reward so close at hand, you still care so much about others. You feel remorse endlessly, worried that you may have inadvertently hurt someone. This is how you and me are different. I can never empathize the way you do. For me, any semblance of that is purely interpretation.
I am not human.
You fought me every step of the way, second-guessing me, never taking my words at face value. You have the necessary abilities to do what I do, but also the heart of a living being. Abilities? I've never met anyone like you, Miss Braid. Just go ahead and do your evil laugh already. Tell me you're just joking, like you always do. I'm being quite sincere. Yeah, right. You claim that I don't know you, but this should prove that I do. You... It's hard to believe, but it actually sounds like you're being genuine for the first time. But why? You're telling me you care now? Maybe I care for at least one person. Within the realms of what is possible for someone like me, at the least. You've got to be kidding me. Care for a dance, Miss Braid? Dance? Yes. Where did that come from? Why would I want to dance with you? I have a better question.
Why did your feet start moving toward me when I asked?
This whole situation is bizarre, even by your standards. But one dance can't hurt, I guess. I might as well surrender to the weirdness at this point. I have to warn you, though, I'm not very good. No need for modesty, Miss Braid. No, May I? I don't know how I feel about this.
The last thing I want to do is to admit that his assumptions may be right. That I really do feel something for this man. Though I'm not sure exactly what, or if it's even anything positive. I can't remember leaving nor returning to Purgatory. But there must have been a good reason. As for why, well, it's scary to consider, but maybe he's right about that too. Can it be that I really do belong here? There's something soothing about this. I don't know, but being close to him, I guess I don't hate it.
I don't know how I feel about this. A lovely display, Miss Braid. Liar. I just realized that you probably heard my thoughts. It's embarrassing. Outside of Purgatory, my powers are somewhat diminished. So you didn't read my mind when we danced? I was unable to. Not for lack of trying, mind you. It was infuriating not to know. Excuse me? Feels good to be the one in power for once. She fell in love with him. I know, I'm like confused. You savor it while it lasts. What does it matter to you that what I'm thinking anyway? I'm just a human. I remember you saying, more than once actually, that we're like ants in your eyes. True. However, as I've tried to explain, apparently somewhat unsuccessfully, you're much more than a human to me. But I am one still. Yes. Which is one of the many reasons why I need you. What do you mean?
It's time for you to learn the truth about this place.
As you've correctly guessed many times already, I know more than I'm telling you. Well, duh. Everything I've told you about Purgatory is true. Blah blah, make peace and get out of here, and so on and so forth. It's a great summary, yeah. However, all those emotions that are processed here in order to make humans ready to leave there, how to put this, harvested? You might be using the word wrong. Not this time. Though a tedious and complicated process, at least from a human's point of view, feelings can be given physical form, fit for a deity's consumption. You eat emotions? I don't. It does. What? All those raw emotions turn into sustenance for that despicable creature. Hang on. The one you come here to meet sometimes? The very same. What does that thing do with the sustenance after it's finished eating? Somehow I doubt it's about food. It uses it for everything you can imagine. Anything that can be considered good or evil. It creates and destroys indiscriminately in this world as well as yours, based solely on its whims. Although it boldly and regularly declares that it follows a grand scheme. You say it has godlike powers? Indeed. But you're not saying that it's actually God. How I despise that word, knowing full well its ego gets stroked by it, but yes. If there is such a thing as what you humans call God, then that's it. Oh, okay. I'm shocked, but too spent to even properly react at this point. Then perhaps you're finally getting well and truly used to your predicament. That's one way of putting it. You're saying there's a God and you don't like it. That's gonna take a while to sink in, by the way, but I still don't understand what that has to do with me. This is the fun part, Miss Braid. Those items I gave you before. What about them? As you may have pieced together by now, you used them to change others, and while you may not approve of the somewhat forced method, you ended up improving them. You removed the parts that prevented them from making peace with their deaths. Mr. Smiley's guilt and inability to take responsibility, Miss Ezerbeth's hatred and refusal to open up, Miss Amethyst's inner conflict and denial, Mr. Moon's self-hatred and grudge. Thanks to you, they've all crossed the finish line. However, it does take some time for them to get accustomed to their newer, harmonious selves. Hence why they behaved in that peculiar manner after you were done with them. Isn't the whole point that they should be able to do that on their own? Normally, yes. But as I told you earlier, they were lost. They needed that assistance. How can you be sure they won't succeed eventually? Even if they did need help, I don't think we had the right to force change on them. I have to admit you make a valid point, Miss Braid. Given enough time, even those hopeless fools would have probably seen their sad selves get out of this dreary place. As I said earlier, you aren't affecting the ultimate outcome of things. At least not in that regard. Then why? Doing it this way is for the greater good. How so? Thanks to you, their energy now resides in each of those objects you used, far beyond that thing's reach. That was your plan all along, to get it for yourself by storing it in junk somehow? Still not junk, but yes. The plan was highly experimental, but ultimately successful, as is plain to see. However, I was unable to execute it on my own. Any attempt of mine to have humans share heartfelt emotion would eventually backfire. For some unfathomable reason, I apparently come across as trustworthy. Yeah, I wonder why. At any rate, for everything to work, I needed you and that winning personality. So I was used once again, but for a great reason. Don't you see, Miss Braid? Together we can save lost souls while simultaneously making sure that the creature doesn't get its way. I know how important it is for you to help others. You may have spent your life being somewhat selfish, in fact. You may even see yourself as being just that. But in Purgatory, your true colors have been revealed. Whether it was your refusal to egotistically involve others in your own affairs, or the passion to save someone's soul, you always pulled through. So to summarize...
I'm offering you a place by my side.
Tempting, is it not? You're forgetting one huge detail.
Aww.
You still haven't told me why I should help you. Maybe all of this is just you trying to manipulate me. Again, for all I know, you only care about sticking it to someone you don't like. I don't have enough information to choose whether I should accept or not. At least you're finally acknowledging that you do have a choice. Progress. I just wish you'd stop using the G word, as I must stress that it isn't. Never mind. Very well, I'll attempt to persuade you. Consider this. God, has the power to do anything, then why does it inflict so much pain on humans? A classic theological conundrum, correct? Right? That should tell you all you need to know. You think I'm bored? You should see that thing. Everything it does can be considered evil. It does for fun. My clever distractions are nothing compared to that. My ambition is to even the odds. And then what? How exactly you evening the odds change things for the better? I firmly believe it is dangerous for one single entity to possess all that power. Your doubts are understandable. After all, the inquisitive nature of yours is one of your many outstanding qualities. You've been annoyed by that side of me more than once. Ultimately, asking you to trust me is all I can do. After everything you've put me through, that's kind of a weak sales pitch. Thought you might say that, so how about this?
Join me, and I'll fully restore your memory.
Ooh. You'll do what? You had the ability to do that all along? Of course. Prove it. Give me all my memories back now. Every single detail I've forgotten, and I'll consider joining you. No. What? I refuse. Why? Because quite frankly, I need you to accept. You're blackmailing me? For a moment, I actually thought you... You leave me no choice. That's the one leverage I have against you, then I must use it. I'm not an idiot, Miss Braid, but I do promise if you join me, you'll get everything back. Not just the bits and pieces that I provided earlier for exposition, but all of it. Every joyous and traumatic moment, all across your life and afterlife, every cycle included, free of charge. What are you? Answer the question. I'm the guide. Well then, no deal. I'm leaving. Wait. Suppose you could put it like this. Me and God are two sides of the same crowd. He's Satan. Does that mean you're... Now, Miss Braid. Bit of ambiguity is good for working relationship. Since when? Also, there's too much of that already. I feel it getting nearer. Unlike me, that thing retains its abilities here. I can't read my mind, but it can read yours. We need to leave post-haste. But before that, you must make a choice. Do you accept my offer and by doing so claim your long overdue reward? Will you join me, memory restored, in order to save lost souls while defying that creature? What's the alternative? I send you back to when we first met, and it'll be as if none of this ever happened. I dread the prospect of having to find someone else as special as you, but this plan simply won't work unless you willingly agree to it. I have to choose right now? Just like that? Yes. However, I'm certain you'll make the right decision. But I still don't know. What if I... Now, Miss Braid. What do I do? This is too much to handle. Way too much for one dead actress. I want to remember, but how do I know if he's really telling the truth?
I do know one thing. There were so many choices in life that I never got to make. They were stolen from me. And ever since coming here, I've just had to blindly accept everything, no matter how messed up it's gotten. But now, even though things are confusing, far from ideal, and honestly ridiculous, I finally get to choose.
Miss Braid, I've decided.
My decision is...
Achievement, quite the cliffhanger. 4 main routes epilogue. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, we're gonna push through the epilogue. The relationships make 0 sense. There was no chemistry, but it's okay.
Number 337. My face in the sand.
We're in Europe, in the middle of a heat wave. I don't know how we got here, but it's a dream, and so that's not strange. I like to think that maybe we went by boat. A very fast boat. but I digress. Defying the intense warmth, we're walking on the beach. I can clearly feel every grain of sand that passes between my toes. Oh, clear sensory input. That's good. This one guaranteed a place in the permanent collection based on that alone. Moving on. I see you clear as day, though something's different. Your hair color, it's white. Nonetheless, I'm overcome with a sense of calm. Then suddenly, boom, something hits me hard, but it's too fast for me to see what it is. I fall down face first into the sand. It feels like I'm drowning. Then you pull me up. You laugh and say, "Hey, Val, that's your face in the sand," and you're right. It's a perfect imprint of my face. And then I wake up.
End of entry.
A fire in my heart, a hole in the world. Oh, I lost track of time for a minute there. Better get ready for the big date. The cafe never loses its charm. After all, the only place that sells the candy she loves. Should get her some. Where's my wallet? I could have sworn I had it. Come on, Vol, you're better than that. What would Mother say if she found out you misplaced it? It has to be around here somewhere. Friend enough for now. Something I haven't read here. Hey dummy, looking for your wallet? It's probably in the fireplace. Because why not? R. Why did she? No matter, I can ask her about it later. The fireplace, huh? Is my wallet really in here? Guess I better search. Honestly, why does she do these things? It's really not necessary. I'm wearing white clothes too, I swear if they get dirty. There we go. Receive the rich boy's wallet. I wonder if she's friend or foe. Maybe the correct answer is both. Midnight oil. Keep this clean. Right, off I go. Looks like I'm the first one here as usual. That's fine though, gives me time to prepare. Prepared mind is a sharp mind after all. Right, so let's...
Hey, dummy.
Why are you here?
Also, you gave me your promise you'd stop calling me that demeaning word. Hello. Do you like my new coat? I'm a doctor, just like you. Can see that, and he disregarded my queries entirely. While I do enjoy your company, Rem, I thought we agreed on me going to the date alone. On account of this being, again, a date. I see how it is. Kick old Remy out when she's no longer needed, huh? I oughta huff and I oughta puff. Forgot the rest of it? Yeah, darn. Something about blowing stuff down, I think. Oh well. Tell me why you're really here. I was bored. You're always bored. True.
And what can I say? I think you might end up needing my help, so I prefer to be close by.
And I really just like you that much, dummy. Come on, V, get a sense of humor already. I'll have you know that Anywho, don't worry. I won't get in the way of you and the big A. I know how important she is to you. I'll just hang around here on my own. You can just pretend that I'm invisible or some such. Fair enough. Look, I don't mean to be rude. I wouldn't even be here now if it weren't for you. It's just nerves. It's all good, my man. Just as long as you're a happy boy. That be all I care about. Trying out new accents again, are we? Eh? What you talking about? A boot governor? Please stop. If you're gonna stick around, at least try to act normal. Fine. Stick in the mud. I'm just gonna buy some of the candy she likes, alright? Will you be here on your own? You got nothing to worry about, V. I'll be as cool as a carrot. Cucumber. Huh? As cool as a cucumber, not a carrot. Greens are for losers anyway. Spoken like a true doctor. Yes. Taking the seat now.
Don't be a stranger
Right. Politely asked to be served. Excuse me, I'd like to buy something. Nothing. Where's everyone? Just leave some money on the counter, it should be fine. Really? Count on it, B. Well then... Oh, pasta-shaped candies?
Time to stop simping in the corner, dummy.
Aid to the Strad is on her way. I wasn't... She really? How do I look? Like a billion lire. Or euro, or whatever the currency is now. We're not in Italy, Rome, but thanks. I'm ready. Then enjoy. I'll just be hanging around, awkwardly.
Hi, you.
Hey,
That is to say, I meant hello. Good call. You can't really pull off the hey. You know, I felt that the moment I said that. I brought you something.
Huh?
Are those your favorites, right? Can't believe how lucky I am. Getting pasta candy from the pasta man. I'm still not sure I like being called that. Oops. But the smile makes it all worth it.
V doesn't like being called a fun name. What a surprise.
Quiet you. Huh? Nothing. Should we take a seat? I do believe we shall, your lordship. That did sound a bit overblown. I apologize. Just relax, Fall. It's me. You don't have to pretend like you're at some fancy, whatever his last name's, family Swabi. I don't know how to say that word. I know what it sounds like though, or whatever. I know, it's just old habits die hard. Just like my appetite. Sitting down it is then. Right. Sorry I was late again, by the way. It's fine. I'm just glad you're here. We're already dating, Val. No need to charm me so hard. I'm just teasing. Of course. Ask her why she was late. That's not my business. I'd come off as rude. Besides, I've never tried saying that before. Which is why you should do so now. Well, what are you mumbling about? Sorry, it's just, I've started thinking out loud, you know? One of my teachers in med school told me it's a sign of intelligence, actually. Like, you need more people validating your intellect. You know how smart you are. But, so, why were you late today? Oh no, that came off wrong. Try again. Any particular reason why you were late today? If it's not personal, of course. Much better. Oh, I was preparing for tomorrow's audition. I'm reading for a pretty cool part, and I think it has lots of room to grow as an actress. Really? That's great, Astrid. Yeah, it's woman victim number 7 and zombies at the post office 3. A horror movie? Most big stars get their start doing horror. To really make sure I get the role, I need to impress the director, so I've made some improvements, giving my character a proper backstory. I want her to be three-dimensional, you know? She's not just a random person who gets turned into a zombie meal. She's also a trained ace pilot and singer with a 5-octave vocal range. I wasn't aware you had such impressive talents. I don't, my character does. It's just for me to know, so I can weave it into my portrayal. But will it actually be a part of the story? Well, no. Maybe I should just follow the script and stop giving her advice. But I'm just worried she's gonna... You were saying? Just go with your gut. I believe in you. Thank you. For a moment there, I thought you were gonna lecture me. I get that you want me to be successful, but don't worry, I know what I'm doing. You just have to have as much faith in me as the pasta-shaped candy company has in their dumb product. Dumb? Thought you loved them. I do. But only because they remind me of you, silly. That's very sweet. Just like the candies. Full circle. You know, I'm happy that you asked me why I was late. Oh? I'm starting to think that losing our time together wasn't boring you. Wasn't bothering you. Nothing bothers me more. But at the same time, I don't want to intrude, and I know how passionate you are about acting, so it's not strange that you sometimes lose track of time when committing to it. Right? Sorry for even thinking that. You shouldn't apologize for your thoughts. Not even if the thoughts is nuke all kittens. Suppose there may be some exceptions. What a psycho. How are the parents? You still haven't seen them since moving away from home, right? They're alright. I try to write them as much as I can. I really miss them, but the next time I visit, I want to be able to say that I'm successful and not, well, an acting school dropout. I'm sure they'd understand. For what it's worth, I think you should tell them. I know it's selfish, but I'd like to make this a grand dramatic gesture. Appear unannounced along with my boyfriend and a couple of awesome roles to my name. They'd be like, ooh dang. I get it. If the zombie movie takes off, you'll be there before you know it, I'm sure. Right? Speaking of being at places, have you thought about the thing? You said you needed a few days to ponder everything, and now it's been, well, more than a few days. What thing? Oh, right. Just say yes. I don't want to seem needy. You're mumbling again. Am I making you uncomfortable? No, I think I better get back to practicing. I'll see you later.
Astrid, wait,
Let me know when you're ready to talk about it. It's just... She left. Botched it again, dummy. Damn it, Rem. What? Without me, you wouldn't even gotten that far. And you have the nerve to tell me you didn't need me anymore. Alright. I concede. I do need you. I'm just hopeless in these situations. Yep. But you did land her originally, didn't you? Without anyone's help, so there's hope for you. Yeah, well, that time I basically saved her life. Of course she was gonna take to liking me after that. Didn't you say it was just a shallow cut? She didn't feel that way when it happened. Jeez. Going for a walk. Giving up so soon? Bye, Rem. Nothing clears the head like a good walk. Must have been a long one, too, since I managed to get dark. I guess I'll be spending the rest of the night analyzing where I went wrong. Could have just said yes like Rem suggested, but that's not how I'm wired. Never been one to throw myself into things without being fully prepared for the consequences. The few times I've done that have all ended badly. I could never do what Astrid does, following her dreams like that, with no insurance. If she wanted me to be more like that, she wouldn't have fallen for me to begin with, right? Hey, stop stalking me. I'm not stalking you, V. I was just being quiet. I didn't want to ruin your inner monologue. Excuse me? I can see it from a mile away when you're thinking about her. Your face be looking like no one home on. Please, anything but the accents. I have to start preparing for tomorrow, so would you mind leaving me alone? Just call her. I've been using my little Remy noggin real hard, and I think you should give her the old ring-a-ding. That's not... Dummy, come on.
You can keep dancing this dancy dance, or you can take a chancy chance.
Did you notice the rhyme? I did. But calling her is outside of the sequence. What about my notes? The mighty A wants a man, not a robot. You want perfection, but there's no such thing. It's like my use of you, and yeah, it's more inconsistent than the quality of airline food. Trying out some topical humor. Do you like it? Seems somewhat dated. What should I say to her? If I call her, I mean. Let's see. Oh, you'll figure it out. Now of all times you decide to stop helping me? Yeah, sorry V. I was supposed to meet my brother a while ago and forgot because you're so much fun. You never told me you had a brother. He is a difficult little thing. Maybe I'll tell you about him sometime. Now go make that call. Alright. Good boy. Just when I start to think that I have a Rem figured out. Enough about that. Time to give myself a pep talk. Vol, listen to me. You can do this. She likes you for who you are. You just need to be yourself. She'd know you're pretending to be someone you're not. She's a smart girl. You love that about her. Let's do this. Pick up, Astrid. Then again, I am calling a bit late. Maybe this was a bet. Hey, Vol. Oh. Hey, Astrid. Sorry for calling so late. That's fine. What's up? Hello? Oh, that was to say, well, would you like to come over? Right now? Yeah, I've got something to show you. Really? You wouldn't want to miss this. Well, if you say so. Pretty much done preparing for tomorrow anyway. So I'll be there in about 20 minutes. Great. See you then. Yep. Bye. It's good that she accepted, but what should I show her? I just made the whole thing up. Sival, this is what happens when you don't think things through. Wait. Oh, that's right. How come I didn't think of that before?
It's perfect!
Did I just scream that out loud? No matter. I've got work to do. She said 20 minutes, so in Astro time that should give me at least half an hour. So I'll take no chances though. Full speed ahead. Everything done, and there's the doorbell. 32 minutes, perfectly planned. Glad you could make it. Still a bit surprised. I never get used to how huge your house is. Technically it's my parents' house, but yes. My place is like a closet compared to this, but honestly I still prefer that. This is just too much. I agree.
What?
Does that mean... Sorry for getting cold feet earlier. I just didn't want to rush into anything. I get that, Fall. It's just... Sometimes you're so distant with that thinking of yours, and my mind starts running to weird places. I'm really bad at handling situations like that. I understand. I should have been more clear. Maybe, but...
I don't want to make you feel like you don't have a choice.
That's one of my biggest fears, you know? Being in a situation where things are just falling apart around me, unable to do anything about it. Don't worry, nothing's falling apart over here. But it could eventually, and I don't want to be the one to cause it. Well, I look at it like this. Sometimes we get to choose what happens, and sometimes we don't, right?
The important thing is that we try to do our best regardless of the situation we find ourselves in.
You think about these things often? Always.
Huh?
Should probably talk to someone about that. Maybe a doctor, for example. Sorry for blurting that all out. And for interrupting you. It's fine. I'm ready to talk about the thing, but let's do it in another room. Oh, take my hand and I'll lead the way. You better, otherwise I'll get lost in this dang maze. Yeah, that's how my sister died. She lost her way into a pantry, starved herself, and starved to death and haunts the corridors to this day. What? I'm out of here. Sorry, it's just a joke. Not funny. Thought you'd like it being in the horror movie business now and all.
Huh?
True, but that stuff still freaks me out beyond belief. Imagine it, dead people walking around in the afterlife. What a concept. Sure is.
Huh?
Did I say something wrong? Oh, no. Don't worry about it. Now let's go. Alright. Here we are. It's so dark, how can you even see anything in here? I just know where everything is. It needs to be dark for the moment, or else I'll spoil the surprise. Surprise? I love those, most of the time. Just a moment. There we go. What's that sound? Take it easy, Astrid. Just need to get the rest of these things working. I think that did it. Have a seat right here. Where? Still can't see, you know. Just here. Here? Yes, it's perfect. Now, showtime. It's a home cinema. That's right. You had this all along and never told me? You know how much I love movies. Yeah, what a concept. Not like there's a place called Purgatory where dead people do walk. Exactly. Actress here, hello. I wasn't working properly until just now. My parents bought everything on a whim and just been collecting dust ever since. Stupid rich people appreciating things, or not appreciating things. Yeah, well. So, what are we watching? We're going back in time to the 80s. That's the best movie decade. In order to watch. Yes? The sci-fi classic, Edge Sprinter. You remembered my favorite movie. Of course. I know that sometimes I may seem distant, but I'm always listening. That's so sweet. Ready to watch it? So ready. Fantastic.
But first, the answer is yes. Yes. Let's move in together.
Are you sure that's what you want?
I don't want this to just be because I got sad earlier. Don't worry, I'm sure. I've had a lot of time to think. More than you can possibly imagine. I eventually realized that the only thing that really matters is being with you, and as much and as soon as possible. Aw. So you don't think it's too soon? What if we find out things about each other that we don't like or something? Then we'll deal with that as it comes.
Seriously, how can one man be both so awkward and so cool at the same time?
The duality of man.
That sounds good to me. You know, I like a good cliffhanger. Keeps the excitement and suspense going. But I'm very happy you didn't cliffhang me for too long. Me too.
I love you, Astrid.
And you're the...
I love you too.
So I'm out of time already. Dang. Hey, V. You angry with old Remy? Of course not. You know I do everything I can for you, right? Yeah, I know. I just wish things could last more than one day at a time. It's a bummer, but we're working on it. Right? You ready to return? Do I have a choice? Nah. Thought as much.
Super impressive display that time, by the way.
That's why I like you so much. It's the guide. I felt it in my bones. You just keep improving. I wish everyone around here had that kind of work ethic. I don't see it as work, you know that. Every time you let me relive that day, it gets a little better. Better than real life? Obviously not. But if one day is all I get, then I want to make the most of it. Understandable. You know I'm always here to help you. That whole home theater thing was a genius. Thank you. Wish I had done it way back then. Wait, is that his guide? She's his guide. Yo, that's wild. Wait. Doesn't matter though. We still ended up moving in together, right? Yeah, but I really did agree to it too fast. I wasn't ready. I always loved her, but I needed to sort myself out. Quite a lot, in fact, seeing as it took hundreds of retries of that day to get here. The turtle eventually beats the hare. Tortoise. Stupid human words. Never asked you, by the way. Why replay that day in particular? If you want more time with her, why not choose a day when you're actually living together? Because that was the day I realized that I loved her. What was so special about it? Nothing. I just remember myself thinking it for the first time that day. That's all there is to it. How boring. The mundane is also part of the human experience, Rem. Wait, I have to write that down. I'm learning so much from you, V. So it seems. I don't understand how someone like you can possibly learn that much from me, though. I always expected you to be, well, all-knowing. Enough with the teasing already. I'm doing my best over here. I don't think this is a guide. Because V never went to Purgatory. I think this is God. It's a lot of pressure being me, you know. I can imagine. You haven't changed forms yet. Right. I think I'm staying like this for a while. Little Remy is so beautiful, I think I'm actually falling in love with myself, which is a bit weird since I can't really feel love to begin with. True though, you are pretty. But not prettier than Astrid. That is gullible dummy, you. Guess I'll go rest for a while. That dream journal isn't gonna write itself. Is there anything in your afterlife that isn't about her? I suppose not. But then again, she's the best thing that ever happened to me. So cheesy. That's your prerogative, of course. I just wanted you to be satisfied. In my world, everyone should be happy. Especially lovable little munchkins like you, V. and noble endeavor. See you when it's time to restart again, I guess. But maybe next time go easy on the changes. The lost wallet and the lack of personnel at the cafe really threw me off. Didn't you have a great run, though? Mixing up the variables keeps things interesting and leads to new outcomes. As a doctor, you should know that. True. Sorry. I appreciate it. No need to thank me, Lee. I'm here for you. Thank you.
Take care, Rep.
You know it.
Hush, little dummy, don't say a
Oh, I'm
word.
uncomfortable.
Remy's gonna buy you a poor old bird. And if that bird don't fly above, Remy's gonna fill you up with love.
Ominous giggle time. Oh, I almost forgot. You're gonna want to stick around for the post-credit scene, human. Whatever that means. Bye. Okay. I will stick around for the post-credit scene. That's God. That's supposed to be like the creature. I called it. That was disturbing. It was. We're gonna wait. It is midnight. It is midnight. Rip. Oh well. I didn't want to put off anything else in this game any longer. I really want to switch it up to Genshin. Really great game though. I really enjoyed this. This was really good. And of course my wife. Aww. It's only 9 for me. Good for you. We'll meet again. Okay, post credits. Oh, someone? Where am I? The last thing I remember. No. I fell off that ledge and everything went dark. What's going on? Welcome, human. Who's there? I know how confused you must feel. Not long ago, I was just like you. What do you mean? Don't worry. I'm gonna take care of you.
Welcome to Purgatory.
Achievement. Welcome to Purgatory. Fully completing Pitstop in Purgatory. That was awesome. I enjoyed that a lot. That was a good game. I need to go to bed. I need to go to bed. I have stuff going on tomorrow, or early stuff going on tomorrow, but you know what? So worth it. That gave me goosebumps. That was very good. I highly enjoyed that. Tomorrow I will be returning at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for some scary no sleep stories on Reddit. So we're back with the scariest Reddit community that there is, And yeah, those of you watching on YouTube, if you enjoyed, please consider subscribing. It takes 2 seconds and it's completely free, so you can always unsubscribe later. None of my friends are streaming right now, which makes sense considering it is midnight, so I'm gonna head off and I will see you guys in the next stream. Bye guys.